There we go. All right. We're going now.
Are we on?
Yeah, Michelle Petite I am here with.
Woo.
This is episode number 8 of the Jeremy Scott program. We are recording from Crystal Beach.
Day drinking on the porch.
On the porch. Cheers. With our little koozies brought to you by Brentax in they're in Rothsay, New Brunswick. Yeah, get your taxes done. Don't not file your taxes. Don't be like me. I'm going to get rid of the little muffy wuffy.
You don't like the muffy wuffy?
No, I don't like the muffy. It just moves around. It's unstable.
Okay.
Yeah, I like getting that metal close to my mouth.
Maybe it's because it's too small for the muffy wuffy.
Yeah, no, it is a little small microphone, our budgetary constraints. She had to bring her own microphone because that's how I do things on the show so far.
I'm just sitting here wondering if I look fat in the picture.
I fucking forgot my camera, so I had to use my damn cell phone. Usually I have a monitor screen and you can see the rolls and stuff, but you can't now.
I'm sucking it in.
I almost bailed on this morning. I saw rain in the forecast, and like most millennials, I was just like, oh, there's my excuse to bail, but Michelle did not let me bail. So here we are.
Millennials are pussies. You need an Xer to handle shit.
Oh, we do.
We do.
I got my hair cut this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Went to the barber shop.
Did you get your head rinsed yet?
No, I'll have to do that afterwards. The camera's not going to pick up all the little hairs all over me. But get this. So it's like back to school time, right?
Mm-hmm.
So all the kids are in the barber shop getting their hair cut, and the lady the barber shop will remain unnamed. There was a comedy show there. You know what one I'm talking about in Fredericton.
I do.
So the owner of that, his wife, works at the front desk, and she was wearing like a lingerie corset with a blazer, but the blazer wide open, and just like the nipples aren't showing, but everything else is.
Wow.
And all the dads that are in the barber shop, I could just see them just making a quick look and trying to look away.
Perhaps that's why they're all bringing their kids for haircuts.
The place is packed. These little boys went in their boys, and they're leaving men.
That is just some good marketing right there.
Their teachers in a couple days are going to be like, how was your summer? And the kid's just going to be like, I saw the biggest pair of boobies the other day.
That's right. Yeah, Daddy told me what knockers are, and I saw them with my own eyes.
Oh, they were big. And the husband who runs the barbershop, he's just sitting in the back, like, watching us all, being like, who's looking at my wife's tits, huh? They look great, don't they?
Oh, man.
I'm glad to be back. The last time that I was here, it was for your Crystal Beach show last year. You run a show here every summer.
We do. Every year we have the Crystal Beach Comedy Show. Just this past August was the 4th annual.
That was the 4th.
Yeah, so next year's going to be our big 5 mark.
Who was on that show, the one you just had?
The one we just had Adam Blanchard, Caitlin Dean. God, let me think. My memory is crap. I forget stuff all the time, especially names.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's why I have to call everybody either Sunshine or Hot Lips, because I can't remember names. Faces, you got me. Numbers, not a problem. Names, no good. So it's like, I had this woman coming up to me, and she goes, hey, Michelle, it's me. And I'm like, hey, Hot Lips. And she's like, you must remember me. And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, how you doing there, Sunshine? And she's like, she's getting all aggressive with me because I can't remember her name. She's like, Michelle, I'm your mother. I'm like, still blanking.
That's the last person you're supposed to call by their name is your own mother. It's supposed to be mom or bitch or something, right?
Yeah, the old doll.
The old lady.
I hope you see this, Mom. She's like, you can leave me out of your act. But, no, there was Caitlin Dean, Adam Blanchard, Sophia Aldred, Kelly Lamrock, of course, Shane Ogden, myself, Kive Lucas, and, God, who am I forgetting? I still have posters in the glove box.
I got to ask, how late did it run this year? Because I remember the one that I was on 2 years ago, we went to like 1:30 in the morning.
Well, we were trying to keep it a tight 90 minutes, so everybody was doing 15. And Kive was snappy with the hosting, like it was quick. And then we put Shane was headlining, but then we put Kelly last because Kelly can he can talk. He's funny.
It's almost like
Funniest-
an interdimensional portal with him. He gets
Yeah.
15 minutes and
Yeah.
it just turns into 45 real fast.
So we thought if anybody leaves, it'll just be Kelly that they're leaving on. Because
Yeah.
last year, Heather Fudge, man, she just got up and everybody was going because it was so late. And I felt so bad for her.
Yeah, I know. I felt terrible. I was falling asleep in my chair. And as a comedian, you want to stay throughout the whole show. And then I remember being on the other side of this field, very intoxicated, taking a piss beside my car, and I could hear her with the ukulele on the other side of the field. It was a special time. Shout out Heather Fudge from Ontario.
Yeah.
Didn't see you this year.
She is awesome. But I love that you're peeing while she's playing the ukulele because you really want to have your junk whipped out to tiptoe through the tulips.
Yeah. Peeing in the dark, for all I know. I was peeing all over my shoes.
You and me go pissing in the dark.
I forgot how close this is to the ferry. Like, I grew up on the Kingston Peninsula, and I was like, so you can just kick people out of here. You can just say, walk to the ferry, bud. They got a 20-minute, 30-minute walk, maybe.
Yeah, and it's mostly downhill. It's coming from the ferry.
And they're drunk, and they'll just roll down onto the ferry.
Exactly. Quick little roll.
Fun fact, you know why they have two ferries? So when a person comes over on the ferry and they realize, shit, I didn't mean to come here, they can just loop around and get on the last one and get out of here.
Actually, the other one's always on the other side when that one drops you off. But you can turn around and get back in the line.
You don't have to wait too long.
It's like, what the heck am I doing here?
Do you know I grew up here?
I did not know that you grew up on the peninsula. I knew you grew up in St. John.
My dad lived in St. John, but me and my mom lived on the peninsula for 6 years.
Wow.
6
Whereabouts?
years. Over by the Legion.
Oh, wow, in Somerville.
Moss Glen.
Moss Glen, okay.
Moss Glen, yeah.
All right.
It was a good time.
Glen.
We lived up on this giant hill in like this 150-year-old house. I guess it was like the cousin of one of the original loyalists. Like, you know the house in Uptown St. John?
Mm-hmm.
So the guy who lived in that house originally, it was his cousin that built this house that we were living in.
Oh, wow.
Like, none of the floors were level. Wind would just blow right through it. It was old.
Bet you didn't know you were getting a history lesson.
Little history lesson, the loyalists, because they were loyal. Yeah,
were.
so I grew up here, and I don't come back very often because everybody that grew up with me here that I went to school with remembers me as the guy who brought a porno magazine to school in grade 7.
Oh, good on you.
Yeah. Well, they all think that it was like because I was a pervert and I was bringing porn to school, but it was because I told my friends that my dad had like a pile of vintage pornos, and they didn't believe me, and I was so eager to impress people that I'm like, fuck, I will bring it to school.
Was it like Playboy or?
Yeah, it was like a 1970s Playboy, like an old school porno magazine.
They're not bad.
But then kid narked me out. Didn't like the fact that I was the coolest one that day to all my friends, so he snitched me out to the principal, and then that's what I was forever remembered as with all the people that I went to school with, was the guy who brought a porno magazine to school.
Well, I'll tell you, the little snitch, though, that is hardly going to make him the cool guy.
No, he actually ended up turning out to be gay.
Mm-hmm.
All the 25% of my class that I went to school with ended up being gay, and we were like called each other horrendous names. I'm not going to say the slurs, but we would call each other those names every day at school, and then a quarter of them ended up being gay.
Well, you want to know something? When I look back, everybody I hung around with in school that I was best or closest friends with turned out to be gay, and I didn't even know what gay was then.
I barely knew it. We didn't even know, but we would just call each other gay all the time. And then the one kid that was always walking around and being like, he would sack people, so he'd come up and punch you in the balls. He ended up being like the gayest one of all of us.
That's kind of rude, dude.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, tag is not a good game to play with your friends.
No.
Bag tag.
Bag tag, yeah. No, he got me a few times. He used to do the nipple twisters, too. I'm pretty sure if I ever end up with, nipple cancer, it's going to be from him. Bad ones.
Oh, my God. We used to do tit twisters on everybody when we were kids.
Mm-hmm.
Just Charlie horse them, you know?
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Traumatized still from this stuff.
And I remember at 12, a girl I hung around with screaming, "That's how you get breast cancer. You're going to kill me." And it's like the dude that's doing it doesn't care. He just wants to touch your boob.
Well, we're drinking for a cure here today, right? So we don't end up with the booby cancer.
That's right. I'm going out the good old-fashioned colon cancer way.
Yeah. Colon cancer or a head-on collision.
Either or.
One or the other. Fun. The kid that snitched me out. His biggest goal, and this is how like small Kingston is. His big life goals. I remember him specifically. He wanted to be a bus driver, and he wanted to be one of the ferry operator pointer people, like the people that point you on the ferry. And I came here 2 years ago, and I saw him pointing people onto the ferry. So he lived his dream.
And now is he gay too?
He is gay. Yeah, he was. Yeah, he is gay. Yeah,
Right on.
He is gay. But he like aimed low, and he achieved low.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Right. I wanted to hook up with Britney Spears, but my dreams didn't come true. His did.
Well, it's because you have a job.
Yeah.
Brittany's not used to dating people that work.
Yeah, I went and got a haircut. That timed me out of being with the Spears lady.
Have you thought of maybe a spider web tattoo on your neck and some crazy fly dance moves?
Get family tattooed on my neck or something.
Then you'd be right up Brittany's alley.
Or I just fit right back in with all my old friends in St. John.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Brittany's having a rough time. She's out of shape, Brittany, now. So
It's tough.
See, the ones that rely on their looks when they get older, they don't do well.
No. No, that's why I always just try to maintain, being an asshole.
That's why it's good to be never cute.
The ugly ones keep their mental health in check.
That is right. So if you have a pretty kid, mess their face up a little bit. They'll thank you when they're in their 50s.
Yeah, they start getting too many compliments, just trip them at the top of the stairs. It's for their better health.
Burn them with the iron. I mean, nothing that can't be reversed with laser.
Yeah. And everybody's going to be living in an AI simulation in 15 years anyways. The looks aren't going to matter. So, Michelle, how long have you been doing comedy for?
I've been doing comedy since I turned 50. It was my, I hosted drag shows beforehand and karaoke, and I DJ'd. I've always worked in clubs, so I got no fear of crowds. But my first official time for doing comedy was my 50th birthday, which was November 22nd, 2017.
Okay, so not that it hasn't actually been that long.
And it was at Yuck Yucks in St. John when we still had a Yuck Yucks.
Was that the one? Was it like down from the Five and Dime in the alleyway?
Yep.
Is that what? I think I was in there one time for a show.
Yeah, and all these people that were there, I knew none of them.
Mm-hmm.
All I knew is I'd gone the month before and watched the amateur night.
Yeah.
And because my friend Jenny had a friend who was appearing at it. And so I was like, how do you get on these shows? And they said, you just sign up for it. So I approached the owner who was working the bar, and I said, can I sign up for the next show? He goes, sure. He says, send me a message on Facebook. So I did, and he put me on the show. I'm like, wow, that was easy. Jimmy McKinley was hosting, and Thane, I don't even know his last name because he's like Thane Daddy.
DJ Thane.
Yeah, Thane that does the Bomb Show was on the show. And Shane Ogden, James Mullinger even made a surprise appearance.
Okay.
And I was so green and new. And Shand was on the same show. And Eric, gosh, I can't remember Eric's last name right off the top of my head because I'm memory. Names. Anyways, they were all on the show, but I knew none of them at the time. I found some old pictures on an old phone of mine and moved them to this phone. But it's like crazy because Thane has hair.
Like old office work photos from the 90s.
And then I went over my time because we're only allowed to do like 7 minutes or something. And they kept red lighting me. And I was like, still going.
You're just going? You're like, what the hell's that red light doing? Still doing your set?
I didn't notice the light. Then James made fun of me. He goes, I'm a professional, and at least I know to only do my time. It's like, oh, James, they'll let you do whatever time you want to do.
I went there. I can't remember any of the people that were on there, but I remember going to there. It would have been around that. It would have been like 2017. I went to that Yuck Yucks to watch a friend of mine perform, and there were so many people on the show that weren't good that I was like inspired to be like, oh, I could do this. And then it took me 5 years before I did it. But that was the moment, too, was in that club. So maybe you and me were in the exact same room that night.
At the same time.
At the same time.
Didn't even know it.
But you started right away. You didn't hesitate. You went in right away.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I've always done smart-ass stuff. Like, I remember in grade 5, I had a teacher that says, that smart mouth of you isn't going to get you anywhere. Well, I just did Yip Cider Dome with James Mullinger, so I guess it got me somewhere.
You jumped to it.
Yeah.
Just like the show today. I was going to put this off because of a little rain, and you're like, no, we're fine. We got covering. We got a roof.
We got lighting.
If it starts raining, I'll get a little bit right here in the head, but we can just lean in a little bit.
No, we just slide ahead. That's how chairs work.
We got natural trees in the background, real trees. I'm not going to light them on fire with cigarette butts. I'm going to put them in the ashtray like I should.
Beautiful country life, and we're going to preserve it.
We're going to keep it going out here.
Yeah.
No fires.
Yeah.
No
Otherwise, one of those gay bears he knows is going to show up and give him the only you can prevent forest fires. Now I'm going to have to rape you.
Well, I've been in Fredericton for like 8 years, so it won't be that bad.
When you have trouble setting all next week, you'll remember this.
Yuck yucks, eh? Mm-hmm. We lost punchlines a week ago.
That is so sad. It's
hard.
It's hard because, I mean, Mike Wilmot is never going to swing through St. John and pop up and do a 10-minute set at, the Five and Dime or No Jokes Barred or Wasted Day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this was our only connection to work with these big international touring comedians. And so it's kind of sad. I mean, some of us have enough of a connection that we still get a little bit of work with Yucks, like when they do Yucks on tour in Moncton, or we can go to Halifax and maybe do a set. But, for anybody new coming up.
Oh, they're missing that key. Like, that was so key for me, those shows. I went to a Punchlines. First time I saw Matt Wright, it was like, oh, my God, like being close to a working comedian. It gets you out of that, like, when you're just stuck doing the open mics, you get into this kind of mindset, this very small mindset. But then when you meet a big working comedian, you see like, oh, there is another world to this. There's another level. And that's kind of gone now.
You learn so much by watching them.
Yeah.
Like when Darren Frost and Kenny Robinson were in town, they had a class and I went to it. And I had the benefit of they saw my act the night before because I had opened for them.
So they were coaching you afterwards.
So they're like, okay, blah, 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 this and that. I said, really, let me know. I can take it, whatever you have to say. They were really good about a lot of stuff and very complimentary, which was nice. But, anything that they told us, I took in, I wrote it down, and it really helps a lot. Like, I mean, they can't make you funny if you're not funny. But if you are funny, they can help you hone your act so it's like a better act.
Yeah, teach you how to trim the fat off.
Exactly.
What you have, they'll tell you what they have is good versus when we're just a bunch of open micers, we can help each other for sure, but we're not like these pros are. These pros have seen the best of the best. They've been around them. They know what works.
Heckled by the best of hecklers and lived the life and managed to forge their way. And most of them make their living doing comedy.
Yeah.
Which would be a dream for any of us.
Oh, my God, yeah, to see that in reality, because when you see it on TV, maybe some of you watching this do believe the TV. I always see the TV, and I just think this is all made up, this is all fake. I don't really believe it until I see it in person, until I meet these people for real. It was like that when I met Darren Frost for the first time. It's like, oh, you are a real person.
Yeah.
I see you. I can hear you.
He's been on everything. He's been on TV shows. He was the Listerine bottle for years. Like, I mean, I keep saying he's in my favorite commercial ever, and it's where he's Hermes, messenger to the gods. And at the end, he's talking about they're all using this new instant messenger and blah, blah, blah. And at the end, you hear this Greek guy in the background going, herpes, get back to work. And I love that commercial. I laugh every time it was on. And then I was like, oh, my God, Darren Frost is herpes. Oh, my God. I love him.
I got two things for Darren Frost. The other day I was in Miramichi, and this dude pulls up behind me on this Harley, and my immediate thing was like, is that Darren Frost? And I'm like, obviously it's not Darren Frost. He has this little kid sitting on his lap on the Harley, and then this guy, the wife, I think, was like riding beside him on a Harley. But if you're watching this, you're probably not. But Darren Frost, you look like a badass on a Harley. Get a Harley and a leather jacket, dude. You look tough.
Could be, because him and the wife are on tour. They're coming through the Maritimes. And I said, if you want, you can crash at my place, save Airbnb. He goes, no, I'm bringing the wife, so we're going to stay at nice places.
She's got a nice place, Darren. I mean, her dog will bite you in the ankle, but it'll be fine.
Yeah, that probably isn't the greatest for nature is attacking us.
Do you, oh, the other thing with Darren. So I didn't realize this, but in the mid-2000s, Darren was in a Kraft Dinner commercial where he plays like the dorm room janitor attendant who like tells the guys they can't have a hot plate. So then when I was opening for him and then he shared that little commercial, I was like, I watched that like 80 times that one summer before high school. Saw that commercial all the time in between like Stephen Colbert and like a bunch of cool shows.
Till that little snot with the braids took his spot. It's the cheese sauce that makes it taste so good. I'm calling it cheese and macaroni.
I think that was back when Kraft Dinner tasted like Kraft Dinner before they changed it.
Oh yeah, now it just tastes like butter on noodles.
It's a whole different thing now. It's a whhole different thing. So you've been in for 2017. I was supposed to start in 2017. I told myself I was going to and procrastinated. I was actually supposed to start when I was in grade 7. I was in Drama Fest in Fredericton, and I signed up to do it was a talent show, but I was told, you could do stand-up comedy. I was like, I want to be a comedian. And then I met a girl, and we went and just made out in the dorm room for 2 hours. The first time I ever made out with a girl. So I didn't do comedy then either. I was supposed to.
Did you want to go do porn?
She had braces, and I cut my lip on her braces.
That's some pain.
That was some pain. And then I called her the next day, and she didn't pick up. Turned me down. Never talked to her again.
Damn, that's rough.
Yeah.
Cut your lip and cut you off.
Yeah, I was thirsty, and she just wasn't gonna give me another sip.
Mm-hmm. That's too bad, bud. Maybe it was just moving a little too fast for her.
Too fast. I was a little too
handsy. After I've made out that much and get all those handsiness, he's going to want to put it in me.
I did.
Grade 7, she ain't ready for that. Oh, you did?
No, I said I did. Like I did. I wanted to.
Okay.
I was full ready.
It's like, let's drop her name now.
Those Sears catalogs when I was like 5 and 6 years old, just puberty came fast.
It's like, insert name here. You're a little tramp. Grade 7. Shame on you.
So you're opening for you're on one of the Darren Frost shows coming up.
Yeah, we're doing Yucks on tour. And
Here
we're going to slide ahead because the sprinkles are coming.
I like the sprinkles on my head, but
that's
the mic
nice.
should be fine.
Yeah. So I'm just going to pull my chair up this way because I don't
I'm
like
gonna make
the
sure you
sprinkles
are
on my
still
head.
in the camera angle because I brought my cheap little camera here.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
We're good?
Yeah, we're
All
gravy.
right, fabulous.
We're good.
So, yeah, I'm doing the Yucks on tour for Moncton, and Brad Rice is the host. I'm doing opening, and then Darren's the headliner, of course, because he's an amazing headliner. I mean,
he doesn't get the love he should here in New Brunswick. The last tour he did, he didn't get a lot of tickets sold, but he should have. He's
and
funny.
He is hilarious. Like if you want to see a good show, Moncton, go see Darren Frost because I mean he's just full of it, and he's got great merch, and
the hats, all the hats.
The hats. I mean, it's crazy good, and it's like I can't believe the people I get to work with. I'm just like so blessed because it's like, Darren Frost, Kenny Robinson, Tim Nutt, Mike Wilmot, Dave Merhage, Nikki Payne. I mean, Nikki is the queen. I love her.
I haven't met Nikki yet. I haven't even met James Mullinger.
When I meet Nikki, when I'm around her, I try not to fangirl on her because that's going to freak her out.
Yeah.
I want to be like, oh my God, I love you! But I can't. Because she'll be like, okay, get the hell away from me, you crazy woman. So I just have to be like, try to come up with stuff to say. And she'll go, I hear you're doing really good with comedy. I'll be like, yeah, the weather, huh? I don't know what to say.
I don't know what I'm going to do when I meet one of those people. I want to think that I wouldn't fanboy.
Oh,
Everybody
God.
that I've opened for at this point that's been bigger, confession, I didn't really know who they were. Like, I opened for the Danger Cats. I really didn't know anything about them. Scove, a lot of people were, like, huge fans of them, and I barely knew who they were, so it kind of gave me a little bit of a thing in the green room because I just treated them like normal people.
Yeah, and it's hard.
And they were
because
cool, though. They were really cool.
Really cool guys. Danger Cats are awesome. I had the opportunity to open for them the same weekend that you did, only at Punchlines.
Yep.
And then Uncle Hack got up and did some, like, riffed off my material, and it was awesome. So funny. I mean, these guys are so quick and genius. Like you do your bits, and they pick stuff out of it, and they come out and they just run with it, and they're so hilarious. And like that's done instantly on the spot.
I'm
That's
hoping
talent.
Punchlines comes back. I'm hoping it reopens. I hope that we get somebody else. I know they had a new owner, I guess, that bought that bar establishment. Really wanted it to be a dance club.
Yeah.
They didn't like give it the love that it should have had.
And
Dale and Julie deserved a lot more than I
oh
think
my
what they
God,
were getting
yes.
there.
There's still people that don't know that the bar was ever there,
Yeah.
which blows my mind.
People say that to me all the time. They're like, "What? We have a comedy club in St. John?" I was like, "Yes, it's like the most beautiful club in the Maritimes."
It's like Mandy Lynn Donovan has had Julie on her show on Rogers Cable 10.
Yeah, Stephanie Jack did that show at one point, didn't
Port
she?
City Personalities.
Yeah.
Yeah, myself and Brian did it one time, too. They've had John Forward on, Travis Lindsay, or not Travis Lindsay.
Travis Boyce.
Travis Boyce. Thank you. Sorry.
Shout out Travis Boyce.
Travis Boyce, I love you.
I got a haircut like Travis right now.
You
a little bit more hair, but
yeah. And next thing you know, you're going to be like Dan Terrio and Travis getting selfies of yourself in a mosh pit. I love it. He looks pretty calm, and he's like pretty. So usually the moshers want to tear the pretty ones to pieces. You know what I mean? And he looks cool and calm. Travis, he's in there, and he's more of a manly looking dude, you know?
Yeah.
And he looks terrified. Like he's like, it's so funny.
it'd be funny to see one of those selfies, and then you just see some like tatted guy behind them, like looking at them,
Yeah,
and you know, like right after the photo, they just got taken out.
Oh yeah, he's going down, clotheslined. Hilarious though. Yeah, but Mandy featured about punchlines on the show. James Mullinger and Nikki Payne have both done like Mandy's behind the Roaring for Romero House and Julie.
Yeah.
And it's like their pet project and I mean they've raised thousands of dollars for Romero House because every year at Christmas time they do the free show. Nancy Reagan comes up and James has a wonderful story about them going for coffee on Waterloo.
I've heard that story.
Oh, yeah. I'm not going to tell his story for him, but it's hilarious. And if you're familiar with St. John, Waterloo is where all of our addicts and crazy people are.
And I don't even want to call them prostitutes, goblins that you can give money to get a blowjob from. As a kid growing up playing Grand Theft Auto, like I had this perception of what prostitutes were, and then when we moved into the city, into St. John, my friends were like, "That's a prostitute." I was like, "That's not a prostitute."
At Halloween,
like, no, that's a prostitute.
Halloween, we put candles in their mouths so they can be jack-o'-lanterns.
We have to put a couple teeth in there because the jack-o'-lanterns have more teeth than our prostitutes do.
Yes.
I used to park at the Waterloo Tim Hortons when I lived uptown, and I had to do like paperwork, and I didn't want to go back and have like my
it was
room.
for paperwork, Jeremy.
I had a bunch of roommates, and they were loud, so I would sit there, I'd get my coffee, and I remember like they'd come up and knock on my window, be like, "Do you want company?" And I'd hear the "Do you want company?" And I was kind of a lonely guy at the time, and in my head I'm like, "Yeah, I would like company." I'd look up and be like, "No, I don't want company. Leave me alone."
Yeah, you were there for paperwork, just like all the dudes that park at Fort Howard there for the view. I'll bet the ferry boat pointers there.
Old guy I used to work with, I called it Fort Howe one time. He's like, "That place isn't called Fort Howe. That's called Dick Suck Mountain."
My stepdad used to like to go up there and have coffee.
Yeah.
And he'd go. And he's like country naive, right? So he's like, "I'm setting up Fort Howe, and this guy is like, did you got a light for a cigarette?" He goes, "Yeah." And then he knocks on the window again. I roll the window down. He goes, "You wouldn't have a cigarette I could use the lighter with?" Then he goes, "Can I get in and smoke it?" And he's like, "No." I'm like, he's seeing if you want to pay him for services. He goes, "Seemed like a nice fella, but what do you mean services?"
He was the nicest guy on the mountain. I mean, he was so nice. Everybody just kept letting him into their car, and he wouldn't be in there that long, though.
Nope, pretty quick.
For a little while, I lived in the apartment building behind Fort Howe. Like that
Fort
higher
Howe Apartments.
Yeah, that big apartment. I was up on a higher floor, and I remember like being out on the balcony smoking a little bit of the cannabis, and then I would see this like long-haired fellow going from car to car.
He's one of those pothead hippies.
Yeah, looking for lighters.
I probably knew the long-haired guy going from car to car because he used to come to the bars that I worked at.
Was he an open micer at one point?
No, he just used to like to come and dance, but that's how he made his beer money.
Shell, I can't believe it's been like 2.5 years now that I've known you.
You
were at you were at the first No Jokes bar that I had. I remember you came over and you're like, "Good job, buddy," and that was like, it's good. It was the
Feels
first time.
good.
It was good to feel that. I was coming from Fredericton. Not a lot of people were like coming up to me after shows and being like, "That was good." You were one of the first people. You and Jason Gary.
Yep, Jason.
My first show there. They were like, "You're good."
Another host of the Bomb Show.
Bomb Show. The counterpart of This Might Be Funny.
We're plugging everything.
Plug it all.
This Might Be Funny is the best new show in Fredericton. Great crowds coming out too, huh?
Yeah. The one we just did, it was a little bit less, but I mean it's August.
Still, the room, it's a
July was packed though. July was packed. There wasn't any seats left, which was like I was expecting July to be a dead show, and it just filled up. I have some special announcements coming up for September. We actually have a local celebrity potential. I'm not naming him right now, but he's going to come on. We're going to do tickets.
Nice.
I want to get some bigger names to come on to that show. So we'll still do a bucket, but we'll only probably have like 4 or 5 people come out of the bucket, and then it'll be like a bigger show. It's a beautiful room. It's beautiful.
It is a beautiful room. I mean, basically everything's all Kill Tony style.
Yeah.
But it's all like Kill Tony if it was on social assistance.
Yeah. And a little nicer. That's what people have told us. We're not roasting the people as they come up. We're being nice.
You're not as mean, that's for sure.
We're there to boost people up, not bring them down.
Exactly. You raise me. No, I can't.
Brad Rice has been an amazing co-host. I'm so glad he came on to join me on the show. I couldn't have done it without him.
Brad Rice is genius. His writing is just so on point, and he's funny about everything. And he's a great one to do comedy around because he gives you tips to improve a joke.
Yeah, real advice. He doesn't just say, "Hey, that was good." He actually sits there and fleshes those things out with you. I couldn't be where I am right now without Brad Rice.
Exactly. And I mean, I've listened to a lot of what people say, and you know, it's like when comedians get together and we write together, it improves all of our jokes.
Yeah, that whole like the rising tides raises all boats.
Because Stephanie Jack was saying, like, on one of their road trips, they're talking about their jokes and their stuff they do, and Jason Gary gave her a tip to make one of her jokes better. You know, and it's like, it's just awesome to have that and that outpouring of creativity with everyone because, I mean, it helps.
Oh, my God. It helps a million times over. Way better than the, "Hey, that was good," or like, "Yeah, you were funny too," like an actual... Some real feedback.
And nobody thinks that they're so funny that they can't take advice from somebody else.
There's a few of them, but they're fine. They're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
So what you got? You got Darren Frost coming up. You've got some headlining gigs coming up for Comic Sutra in Fredericton. The only comedy club left in New Brunswick now.
Yeah. A couple shows coming up this fall and winter. Plus, I'm doing the anniversary show with Kelly and the Christmas show. So, and there's a bunch of people on them. I know Mike Rogers is going to be on the anniversary show, and myself.
You and Nathan
Kelly
Dimitrov.
And Nathan Dimitrov. Love Nathan. He is a bundle of friggin' energy that just doesn't quit. So funny.
You know, I'm just realizing.
What?
So, I've been bitten by a couple dogs in my life, but it's your dog and Nathan's dogs that are the only comedians' dogs that have bitten me. They're good dogs. I was wearing a big hat. I was drunk and loud. I'm not blaming on the dog, but I'm just saying it's kind of cool. You guys are the first 2 guests on my show, and you're the guys with the dogs that bit me.
He's a sucker for pain. Remember the cut lip with the girl he's making out with?
And I love the dogs more now that they give me pain.
Mm-hmm.
I'm calling them and they're not calling me back.
Yeah, he's been ghosted by Andy Gibb.
Andy Gibb doesn't have the big tits like that girl did with the braces, though.
No, he doesn't even.
She had messed up teeth, but big boobs.
He doesn't even have his balls anymore. They're gone.
It's all a middle schooler needs. It's a girl with big boobies.
That's right.
Like the girl at the barber shop this morning. They were way too much for me. I'm like, I'm just here to get a haircut. Now I'm leaving with ideas.
It's like, yeah.
I'm seeing these little boys looking up and just becoming men like, whoa. Those aren't moms.
Yeah, I feel like I need a hepatitis shot now. Crazy letting them fun bags hang out like that.
That's how she gets all the barbers to show up on a Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Just sends out a selfie. You coming into work, boys? Yeah, no, for sure.
Like I say, the owner's a genius at marketing.
Very good marketing. It's a beautiful spot. They have like a bar there, and if you wait any amount of time, like even if you have to wait 5 minutes to get a haircut, she'll come and give you a coffee, but it doesn't work because like you get the coffee, it's too hot, so you got to let it set down, and then your haircut's ready. So then you go get your haircut. And then you're done getting your haircut, and you're like, I don't want to sit in this barbershop for 30 minutes afterwards. I got my haircut. I want to go. So she tried to do that on me today. She's like, do you want a coffee? And my first reaction was like, yeah, can you put milk in it, please? Just a little bit. Actually, no coffee. No, thank you. I'm not letting that go cold.
Just a little bit of milk.
Booby milk's sweet, too, so no sugar, just the milk.
And ironically, the first one that told me what breast milk tastes like was Nathan Dimitrov. He goes, it tastes like milk from cereal.
Yeah, no, it does. It does. It's
I
very
didn't
sweet.
know this. So, I mean, this is something I would never know. I mean,
It's
if my mother did breastfeed me, I was too young to remember the taste. So.
Most people are. So if anybody tells you, it's because they were with a woman that's just like.
But I think we were all formula babies.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't know if I was. That would explain a lot, though.
Well, you know, I was born in the 60s, and breastfeeding wasn't a big thing then.
No. It only started to come back, like my son's generation. Most of them got the boob, except if the moms weren't really up for that, but most of them got the boob.
Yeah, and they say the longer that you do it, the better it is for them. But, I mean, there's ones like with 4 and 5 year olds.
Yeah,
it's
hippie
like,
ladies just going still.
If you're going to kindergarten, you shouldn't still be on the boob. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. There's like kids that can write their name and are doing basic math, and they're still getting home. You're like, Mom, can I have a snack?
Bitty.
I'm not throwing at it, though. I'm kind of jealous, especially with that barbershop lady. She's still breastfeeding. I think they're fake, though. They look kind of fake.
But you don't want to be eyeballing your mom's boobs.
No.
That's purely for nutrition.
Yeah. Which is really what you should be eating. It shouldn't be a hobby. You shouldn't be like skip the dishing boobs.
Yeah. Can you imagine
10
if they
o'clock
had
at night.
skip the dishes for people to show up and breastfeed? That's genius.
I'm not surprised. That is probably a thing in California somewhere.
Because they have women that make too much milk and they pump it, and then they have almost like a spot, a depot you can go and pick up breast milk to give your kids.
Yeah.
So it's like skip the dishes for boobs.
Nathan Dimitrov's just showing up there with a soother in his mouth like, I'm a baby, with a big old beard.
Yeah, it's like babies normally have beards. I just had a hormone growth spurt.
Are you a big TV watcher?
Some shows, yeah, but through the summer, it's like I don't watch a lot because it's all recycled, repeat crap. And
Yeah. Did you like Dexter? Did you watch Dexter?
I've never watched Dexter yet. And,
Okay.
And now the new Dexter's out.
Yeah,
And everybody's saying how brilliant it is.
it's
but
really good.
I
really good.
also never got into Walking Dead or Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad's good. I never liked The Walking Dead.
See, I like Game of Thrones.
Okay, so the dwarf guy in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, Peter Dinklage.
Peter Dinklage, he's in the new Dexter.
Yes.
And he looks just like Nathan Dimitrov. Like with the beard, like I swear to God, I keep seeing it, and I just keep seeing Nathan, and then he hops down, and he's just a short little guy, like R2D2, but Nathan walking around.
It would almost be worth the fee to get him here just to do a show with Nathan, and he have a mini me.
Oh my God, it would be perfect.
And it's hard to have a mini me with Nathan because he's not a tall guy.
But Peter Dinklage would be his mini me. Peter Dinklage just comes out, make some noise.
I've been eating pineapple.
Nathan Demitrov, good friend of the show.
My God,
Good
we
friend in
love him.
general.
He's a great guy. Great friend. Love him.
You, Nathan, Brad Rice have been like good friends of mine. After COVID, I didn't have a lot of friends. I moved to another city, and when you have kids, you don't really make friends the same way as
No.
you used to. But like coming into comedy is just give me something that I was definitely missing.
Yeah, when you have kids, you just basically have other adults that you grunt at while you're drinking your coffee in an ice rink in the 6 a.m. while your kid plays hockey.
Yeah.
Mm.
And if one of them asks to hang out, you're like, what the hell is wrong with this guy? I don't
Yeah.
want to hang out with you. I got to go home and be alone for a little while.
Yeah. After this, I got work and then stuff, and it's hair day. And I don't want to hang around with the other creepy parents.
I got to say, sleeping in your house a few times, that bed of yours is like the best sleep that I've... Your spare bedroom, I just got to
Spare
clear...
bed.
The
spare
spare
bed.
bedroom. The spare bedroom.
Yeah. Homie, don't play that game.
Put your conclusions down in the comments, please. I need to get the algorithm boosted up. But
Yeah, please.
The spare room,
Yeah.
best sleep that I've gotten in a long time. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. I'm happy to
I
have
bought a
friends
good
in
bed
St.
'cause
John.
originally it was for the stepkid, so but she's grown up now. And she weighs like 7 pounds soaking wet, so she never ever made a dent in the mattress. at all.
No, it's good and work. You got like 100 pillows on there.
Listen, more comedians have slept in that bed than I can count.
I know. I feel like I'm like rolling around. I'm like, what were John and Taylor doing in this?
Yeah.
Feel something sticky.
They were getting busy. No, we clean the sheets between every comedian. It's a rule.
You need some industrial washing
Yeah.
machines for that.
Occasionally my mother stays, like if she's got to come in and have like her needle in her eye and it's dark. She can't see to drive in the dark, and she can't see to drive after the needle, so because they dilate the pupils.
Yeah.
So we got to have fresh bedding for Mom. It just wouldn't do to have it nasty. Although I did wake up to a wonderful surprise one morning. I woke up and there was like this big flap of skin hanging. I'm like, good Lord, what's going on with my skin? And I pulled it off, and I'm looking at it, trying to figure out what it was. I'm like, and I'm smelling it. Like, did I like put it on a chemical or something? And anyways, then I found the head of the condom.
Oh my God.
After a couple that we may have mentioned were getting busy, they put the used condom in the wastebasket, and the dog found it and ate all the baby gravy out of it.
Oh my God. Andy Gibb. Andy Gibb.
Yeah. And when this
There was a lot of weed in that semen too,
Yeah.
wasn't there? You got high off of that.
Well, when this
Baby
certain
gravy.
comedian goes on about getting the best BJ ever from a service dog, that's the service dog 'cause he likes it. He likes it. Hey, Mikey.
I guess he likes a little bit of teeth with that blowjob. Andy Gibb. Biting and drinking semen.
No, he's not a biter with him because he thinks he's a Sasquatch.
Oh, he thinks he's part of the animal kingdom with him. He sees me with a cowboy hat and thinks I'm from Texas, the people that weren't so nice to him.
I'm telling you, we have gone over more dirt with people on this podcast than I'm sure there wasn't this much dirt in any of the other ones.
No. It's pretty. We're gonna be a dirty one. I was gonna name this one the venting machine of us, you and me, just venting
Wouldn't
our stuff.
Wouldn't that be funny? And then everybody gets to see it except us.
Yeah. Just kind of like the last venting machine, right?
Yeah. And the one that was doing most of the venting. No,
I don't even think he's doing comedy anymore.
well, they took all, they make sure they don't show their stuff, just everybody else's. But I mean, really.
Rule number 1, don't leak the group chats. It's not nice.
Yeah. There's a certain crazy redhead comedian that there'd be group chats, and she'd be part of the thread because she was on the show.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody would say something smart-ass, and she'd copy and paste all these things and post them on her Facebook to trash people because she was mad at them and they said the wrong thing, and just nutso. And it just ain't cool.
No, it's not cool. Don't screenshot. Don't copy and paste.
Mm-hmm. That's almost like putting a camera in somebody's toilet and showing them doing their business. It's a violation of privacy.
Very violation of privacy.
Yep.
And don't wear a skirt when you're on stage and lay down and show a crowd of like 40 people your very shaved coochie either. That's a violation of privacy.
I will get a shot of that every time.
Yeah, she'll get a picture of it and show all of us.
Well, I sent that night after I took the photo, I sent it to all the male comedians there by text. And I remember Shane Ogden seeing the text, opening it, seeing the picture going, look at me go, what the hell is wrong with you?
We're still trying to figure out, Shane. We're still trying to figure that out.
Delete. I'm just a naughty, naughty person. Can't help it.
I think it's you and Kive Lucas always get those candid photos of people when they're on stage. They're the most unflattering photos, but you get them.
Well, Troy used to do it to me when I worked at Pump. Like, he'd get a shot, and I'm, like, busy doing something. I'm like, and boom, that would be the promo shot that goes up.
Yeah.
It's like, you dirty peg. So he got really good because I used to yang at him enough that about getting flattering shots that he takes a ton of them now because he did all the promo shots for Punchlines every time a comedian comes, and he gets great shots. Like, he's
gotten good at it.
He's on more photo credits than anybody, I think, with all the comedians across Canada.
Yeah.
I got to tell you something, though. A story about Punchlines is one night, Mike Wilmot and Tim Nutt were appearing at Punchlines, and it was close to Christmas. I was DJing the show. I wasn't on it. And anyways, at the end, they're kind of sitting off to the side, having a drink and talking away. And Kate Davis and Nikki Payne were in town for a corporate event. And they thought, well, let's go see Mike and Tim at Punchlines. And so at this little round table, there's Kive Lucas, myself, these four giants, and Troy. And it's like, I look at Kive and go, look at us, just sitting talking to them like we're like their peers. I said, can you believe our life? It's like, and I'm so sad, like those moments are going away.
Was that Kive before the duck shirts?
Oh yeah,
pre duck shirt.
Pre-duck shirt when he was still like not as used car salesman looking.
I'm an optimist. I think Punchlines is going to make a comeback. I don't think Julian Dale will be out forever. I think something's going to come up. We will have somebody. God, please, if you're watching this, get someone in St. John with too much money that they don't know what to do with. They don't want to spend it on the girls on Waterloo. And get Julie and Dale back in the hot seat and a real club with signs.
And they're tired of sticking $5 bills in the butt cracks of strippers at a lure.
Yeah. Just maybe they have a moral awakening and they're like, we want to laugh. We don't want crabs.
Yeah. We'd rather have sore abs from than itchy crotches. Although crabs is almost alleviated because everybody manscapes and ladyscapes now.
Yeah, you gotta shave it.
So it's like, please start sitting on the toilets, ladies, because I'm tired of going in and sitting in your pee because I'm too old to hover.
I'll do what I do. I go in, I grab a big wad of toilet paper.
Wipe the seat,
drop it in, and then I take a bunch of toilet paper and I line the seat so it has a nice, cushy, soft, clean surface to sit on. If the people that run the bars, you put home toilets in, there's a difference between a commercial toilet and a home toilet. They put the home toilets in, and I plug them.
I take a paper towel, and I wipe the seat, and then trash it in the garbage.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the napkin dispenser.
Yep.
for women, we have the sanitary napkin dispenser because the paper towel's just a little hardier, and I don't want anything touching me.
Yep.
Then I sat on the seat because the last time I lined it with toilet paper, some of it got stuck to the back of me, and I didn't see it.
Oh yeah, you got.
And it was hanging out the back of my shirt and pants, and I was on stage next.
You're like, why are they laughing? I'm not even at the punchline yet.
It's like, God, I just got on the stage. I'm fantastic. They're already laughing.
Yeah, no, if you're going to have a bar, you got to have a toilet that goes like... It's got to be a heavy one. I opened for Darren Frost up in Florenceville, and I plugged the toilet into the bar, so I remember going up on stage, like hoping that nobody saw me come out of the bathroom because they walked in and it was plugged.
Wow.
There was no plunger. There was nothing. But it's on them because they had like a home toilet in there. It wasn't a commercial toilet.
That's it. You need a commercial toilet in a commercial bar.
Yeah. Especially if you're serving food. You're just asking for problems.
You need that triple glaze trap.
You got friends and family coming up here. You
We
got
do.
a thing going on tonight.
We have a little thing going on, just like a celebration of life for a friend of mine that passed way too before his time. But we're not going to get into that because that's a downer.
That's a big downer.
And this is a happy podcast.
Try to be happy.
We do.
Trying to be happy. Be happy, people. Live your lives.
Exactly.
Enjoy it. We never know. Like, did you hear about this? Did you hear about the alien invasion that's on its way? They're going to be here in like November.
Yes, I heard about that. It's like people are still crazy.
You never know. I don't know. Maybe they saw Dexter and they're like, we got to get there because things are getting good on Earth.
Well, when we drive up Waterloo and we see them all sitting out there with the tinfoil hats on, we'll know the aliens have landed.
Watch them like take over the open mic scene. Maybe they give Julie and Dale some funds and they start the next punchlines.
Well, you know what? It's kind of rough at the location they were at because Waterloo's just across the street.
Yeah, it's a tough spot.
And they kind of tend to wander up. And when you've got a woman with a sweatshirt and no pants on screaming about the gays,
Yeah.
makes it a little rough for you to, try to present that decorum.
I have a theory. Maybe you might back because everybody like thinks that like the aliens are bad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like hopeful that the aliens are going to show up and they're going to be way fucking cooler than a lot of the other folks that we got around uptown lately.
I don't know why they always make them look like lizards or ghost people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like everything's giant heads and dark eyes or lizard looking. And it's like, who knows? They're going to show up and look just like us.
Like maybe they look like they're from California.
Yeah.
Long hair, they got tattoos, big boobs.
Hey, dude. All sound like Sean Penn from Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Yeah.
See, there's my cultural references that go way back that nobody knows what I'm talking about.
Oh, people, that movie had a Renaissance thing there a few years back.
I did the Bomb Show one time, and they said dress up in a costume for the show because it was a Halloween one.
Yep.
So I dressed up like Sally O'Malley from Saturday Night Live, the Molly Shannon character. And it was like, I'm Sally O'Malley. I'm 50 years old, and I like to kick, stretch, and kick. And nobody had a clue who I was. And then all these different ones went home, and they Googled Sally O'Malley and saw it and goes, oh, you did a really good job of her.
It had a second payoff. They didn't get it. It made them curious. People aren't curious enough these days. It made them curious. They went home, and they did some research.
They did. And they're all so young, they had no clue. Like, I should have done something a little more current, but I keep forgetting that the 20-somethings have no idea what the heck I'm talking about.
You know what I was going to show up there as? I couldn't that night. I had some other things that came up. I was going to show up with a sleeping bag covered in fake vomit.
Oh,
and that was going to be my costume for the show. And only Jason Gary and the comedians would have got it. Just an inside joke.
No, some of them might have, because Brian did have the reference that time. So
some of the real Bob Show fans would be like, "Oh, the guy with the vomit sleeping bag."
Yeah,
would have been me.
And you know what? I'd rather be in a vomity sleeping bag than in with bed bugs.
Oh my God! Yeah,
Oh my
no, that
God.
sleeping bag was good.
That was terrible.
We had a good time on Graham and Ann, even though we were there with Fuckface, but it was good. We had a good time.
We did have a good time. You brought steaks and cooked for us and everything. It was awesome.
I loved it. I thought we were supposed to start at what, like 8 o'clock, and they pushed it off until 10, and I drank a bunch, and then the show just went off.
But it
went
was
off.
good.
It was good.
Everybody hit. Like, there was lots of laughs. The people there enjoyed it. They had a good time. Then we did the
Cards Against
Humanity, and that tended to work out pretty good.
And it was cool because the owners left, and then the guy said, if you want to start smoking in here, I won't stop you. And then I lit the first one, and then everybody started smoking. It felt like the 80s or the 90s again.
Yep.
It was fun.
Actually, it was October 1st, 2004, they outlawed smoking in bars.
Okay, yeah.
Because I quit smoking on that date. I smoked up until then, and I just decided I'm done. I ain't smoking anymore. Don't miss it.
It's not fun.
I'll
keep this
great.
away so you don't get smoke in your face.
You spend a ton of money to wreck your health.
No, they're only $3. I get them at the native place.
Well, that's good.
They're $3. That's not bad.
Listen.
It's cheap cancer.
He means the one in Quebec.
Yeah, no, I'm not buying illegal cigarettes in New Brunswick. Why would I do that? Don't break the law, people. Do not break the law. I hope the camera's picking up this rain. It's getting good. We needed the rain.
We do.
Fuck, we needed the rain.
We do need rain badly. Unfortunately, when it happens during your podcast, it's not the best.
Good. I like the natural elements. If I had a waterproof camera and a waterproof laptop, we'd be out there in the rain right now.
He's got smart water with him, so.
I'm still not that smart.
He's serious. Oh my gosh.
This is fun, Michelle.
Yeah.
I wanted you to be at least the second guest on the show. Nathan was the first. We had a big show together.
I'm number 2.
Number 2.
No, I was thinking like number 2.
Oh, number 2. No,
There's
you're not
number 1
number 2.
and number 2. If
No,
it's
you're the
yellow,
opposite.
let it mellow.
Number 2.
Oh, thank you so
You're like
much.
a clear stream of pee, the best pee.
The best pee ever. I'm diabetic, so we pee a lot.
Do you want to call it at this? We're getting a little bit rainy. We're almost at an hour.
Yeah,
I think we had fun.
that it might be a little bit wet for us to sit here and get splashed on, so we may want to.
One last big shout out. People watching this, they don't know who you are. They should. Where can they come and see you perform comedy over the next couple months?
September 7th, I believe it is. We're opening myself, Chris Hovey, and Brad Rice are going to be openers for David Miles Hall and Hall. And that's a bad words for a good cause.
Kive Lucas's shows.
Yeah. On the 11th, I'm doing Moncton with Darren Frost. I got a show coming up on the, I believe, 24th at Dolan's with Parker McFadden.
Yep.
And then I got a bunch of Comic Sutra stuff coming up October
18th. You and me are on Comic Sutra together.
I think we are.
I think we are. I don't know. The posters are kind of confusing, but I think we are.
You can tell when Amanda's down and Kelly's doing it himself. Because she's so organized.
God bless Amanda Diggins. We all hope the best for her.
Honest to God, I love her, and I hope that she comes out of this stronger than ever, and everything's cool and kosher.
She's a good person. You're a good person. I'm a good person.
We are.
New Brunswick's full of good people, and if you're watching this and you've never been to New Brunswick, come here and see us perform comedy, and you'll be like, I'm gonna move here.
Yeah.
But just don't drive our home prices up anymore.
We're Netflix and chill kind of funny.
Yeah, buy them cheap. Yeah. All right. Thank you very much, Michelle. You're a good friend of mine.
Thank you for having me, Jeremy. I really appreciate it, and I love your podcast.
Thank you, and I love you.
I love you back.
Goodbye, folks.